What if the combined forces of Elon Musk's innovative vision, Donald Trump's pro-crypto policies, and BlackRock's massive institutional push are aligning to propel XRP into uncharted territory right now, as of September 13th, 2025? With rumors swirling about BlackRock quietly accumulating XRP through Coinbase and the SEC extending review periods on key ETF applications, including those tied to XRP. The stage is set for a potential seismic shift in the cryptocurrency landscape. Analysts are buzzing with predictions of an 800% breakout, pointing to Fibonacci targets as high as $26, while on-chain activity shows surging open interest, up 8.6%, and hourly trading volume exploding 203% on platforms like Kraken. Could this momentum, fueled by these powerhouse influences, drive XRP toward $5 by year end? To start, let's look at the current price action for XRP. As of today, September 13th, 2025, XRP is trading at approximately $310, marking a solid 3% gain over the past 24 hours and an 8% increase over the week. This puts its market capitalization around $181 billion, positioning it firmly among the top cryptocurrencies. From a technical standpoint, XRP has broken out of a months-long consolidation phase, with the relative strength index hovering around 65, indicating building bullish momentum without entering overbought territory just yet. The 50-day exponential moving average is now supporting the price at $2.95, while the 200-day EMA sits lower at $2.75, suggesting a strong uptrend if it holds above these levels. On-chain metrics paint an even more encouraging picture. Holder accumulation has accelerated, with reports from sources like Changelly showing a 15% rise in long-term holders over the past month, and recent transfers of 16.5 million XRP out of Coinbase's cold wallets, hinting at institutional repositioning. This buzz isn't happening in a vacuum. Closely correlated to the growing speculation around Elon Musk's crypto endorsements, Trump's potential policy shifts, BlackRock's tokenization initiatives, and the XRP ETF's regulatory pathway. For instance, Elon's recent comments on X about blockchain's role in efficient payments have indirectly spotlighted XRP's utility, while Trump's outlined plans for a national crypto reserve could include assets like XRP for cross-border efficiency. BlackRock's expansion into real-world asset tokenization, now integrated with the XRP ledger via partnerships like Ono, adds fuel to the fire. And with the XRP ETF under SEC review, these elements are converging in ways that could amplify XRP's price trajectory. Now let's unpack the key catalysts that could connect Elon, Trump, BlackRock, and the XRP ETF to drive this growth. First, regulatory developments are at the forefront. The SEC's recent extension of deadlines for altcoin ETFs, including Franklin Templeton's proposed Solana and XRP ETF, now pushed to November 14th, might seem like a setback, but it's actually a standard procedural step that often precedes approvals. Polymarket odds for an XRP ETF approval in 2025 have surged to 78%, reflecting market optimism. Imagine if this approval mirrors the Bitcoin ETF's impact in 2024, which saw BTC rally over 150% in the following months. For XRP, an ETF could unlock billions in institutional inflows, especially with BlackRock's involvement. The world's largest asset manager, overseeing 10 trillion, has been rumored to be loading up on XRP via Coinbase custody, as evidenced by those large wallet movements. BlackRock's Aladdin platform already uses Coinbase for crypto operations, and their push into tokenized funds on blockchains like the XRP ledger could make XRP the backbone for real-world assets. What if this integration positions XRP as the go-to for efficient, low-cost settlements in a tokenized economy? Tying in Elon Musk, his influence can't be understated. As CEO of Tesla and SpaceX and a vocal crypto advocate, Elon's tweets have historically moved markets. Remember the Dogecoin surges. While he's more directly tied to Doge, his broader support for decentralized finance and payments innovation aligns perfectly with XRP's strengths. Ripple's technology, which powers XRP, excels in cross-border transactions, a space where Elon's global enterprises could benefit. Recent speculation on X suggests Elon might explore XRP for Tesla's payment systems or XAI's data transfers, especially as he pushes for AI blockchain synergies. If even a fraction of his ecosystem adopts XRP, it could create a network effect, boosting adoption and price. Then there's Donald Trump, whose pro-crypto stance has evolved dramatically. In his latest policy outlines, Trump has advocated for a U.S. strategic crypto reserve, explicitly mentioning assets that enhance financial sovereignty, like XRP for its speed and scalability. With the election cycle heating up, a Trump administration could fast-track ETF approvals and reduce regulatory hurdles, creating a fertile ground for XRP. Historical parallels are telling. During the 2024 election buildup, crypto-friendly rhetoric led to a 200% sector-wide rally. If Trump's vision includes integrating XRP into federal payment rails, it could propel the asset toward $4.20 by Q4 2025. As some analysts project based on current momentum, macro events add another layer. The Federal Reserve's anticipated rate cuts in late 2025 could inject liquidity into risk assets like crypto. Much like the 2024 cuts that preceded Bitcoin's highs, partnerships are ramping up too. Ripple's recent collaborations with banks in Asia and Europe for CBDC pilots underscore XRP's real-world utility. And with BlackRock tokenizing funds on the XRP ledger, we're seeing institutional validation. Hypothetically, if BlackRock files for an XRP ETF post their ETH staking approval in October, it could bridge these worlds. Elon's innovation, Trump's policy support, and BlackRock's capital, all funneling into XRP. Projections from CoinDesk and finance magnates suggest that under this scenario, XRP could target $5 by year-end, driven by a 55% rally from current levels if ETF inflows hit $10 billion in the first quarter. Of course, building wealth with XRP requires a strategic approach. One proven method is dollar cost averaging, or DCA, where you invest fixed amounts regularly, regardless of price fluctuations. This mitigates volatility and allows you to buy more during dips. For example, consider the story of Alex, an anonymized early adopter from 2018, who started with $500 monthly DCA into XRP during the bear market. By holding through the 2022 downturn, his portfolio grew over 10 times when XRP hit $3 this year, turning a modest investment into a substantial nest egg, especially as Trump's pro-crypto signals began emerging. Similarly, Maria, a teacher in her 40s, diversified her savings by allocating 20% to DAC at XRP, staking through Ripple's ecosystem partners, earning yields around 4 to 6% annually while benefiting from the BlackRock tokenization buzz. Her consistent approach, starting in 2023, has seen her holdings appreciate amid ETF speculation. Long-term holding, or hodling, is another cornerstone. Patience is the investor's ally, as the saying goes. Take Jordan, who bought XRP in 2017 at under 50 cents and resisted selling during regulatory uncertainties. Today, with Elon-inspired payment innovations on the horizon, his stake has multiplied, providing financial security. Diversification is key, too. Pair XRP with stable assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum to balance risk. And don't overlook staking. XRP's on-ledger mechanisms allow passive income without locking funds long-term. Lisa, an entrepreneur, built alternative income by staking XRP and using gains to fund a side business, tying her strategy to broader crypto adoption trends influenced by figures like Trump. Continuous education rounds out the toolkit. Stay informed via sources like CoinDesk and Ripple's reports, tracking on-chain data for holder accumulation trends. Avoid leverage or debt-based trading as it amplifies losses. Remember the 2022 crash that wiped out over-leveraged positions? Instead, focus on building alternative income streams like crypto consulting or yield farming to compound returns safely. One more anecdote. Chris, a retiree, began with small XRP purchases in 2020, educated himself on ETF mechanics, and held firm. As BlackRock's moves gained traction this year, his portfolio doubled, securing his retirement without high-risk bets. But no analysis is complete without addressing risks thoroughly. Regulatory reversals remain a primary concern. The SEC's ongoing scrutiny of Ripple, even after partial wins, could lead to delays or denials for the XRP ETF. Recent extensions to November highlight this uncertainty. If approvals stall, XRP could retrace to $2.50 support, as seen in past delays. Market downturns are another factor. Broader economic pressures like persistent inflation despite Fed cuts might trigger a crypto winter, pulling XRP down 30 to 50% in a correction. Supply dynamics pose risks too. XRP's large circulating supply of over 55 billion tokens could dilute gains if selling pressure mounts from early unlocks. Tying back to our focus, uncertainties around Elon, Trump, and BlackRock add layers. Elon's tweets can swing prices wildly, but negative commentary could spark sell-offs. Trump's policies, while promising, depend on election outcomes and congressional support. A shift away from pro-crypto could dampen enthusiasm. BlackRock's rumored accumulation is speculative. Without confirmation, it might fizzle, leading to disappointment. Recent news underscores this. While volume surges signal interest, the SEC's ETF delays have introduced short-term volatility, with XRP dipping 2% intraday before rebounding. To manage these, diversify across assets and geographies. Set stop losses around key supports like $2.92 and maintain a 12 to 24-month horizon. Historical examples contextualize this. During the 2018 bear market, XRP fell 90%, but holders who weathered it saw 300% recoveries by 2021. Similarly, the 2023 SEC lawsuit against Ripple caused a 40% drop, yet clarity in 2024 led to new highs. By staying informed and risk-adjusted, you can navigate these while capitalizing on the upside from Elon, Trump, BlackRock, and the XRP ETF. In wrapping up the interconnections between Elon Musk's forward-thinking ecosystem, Donald Trump's policy blueprint, BlackRock's institutional might, and the XRP ETF's potential approval offer a compelling case for XRP's role in the evolving financial world. What if this convergence truly changes global payments forever? With current price action at $310, surging metrics, and analyst targets up to $5 or beyond, the opportunity is tangible for those who approach it wisely. Take informed action today. Research, strategize, and position yourself accordingly. If you're enjoying these deep dives on Steve Does Crypto, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on XRP price analysis, 2025 Elon BlackRock Trump dynamics. This is not financial advice. Always consult professionals and invest responsibly. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next one.